Welcome back. Today we're going to get into a hot topic about how I edit my carousels. These have been getting a lot of love and also a lot of questions, like how do I add videos and photos all in one post, or how I add the wavy text, or how I add animations. All of those questions are going to be answered in this video. I'm going to walk you through everything you need to know to create fun scrapbooking styled carousels from start to finish. Also, we're going to be using Canva, and you can totally follow along with the free version. And we're also going to get a little help from Moose, a kitty that I'm cat sitting right now. Before we jump into Canva, you'll want to gather a few things. I recommend taking a handful of photos and videos first. You can also pull them from your camera roll if you already have some that you like. And if there are any little details you want to include, like a coffee cup, a book, a flower, stickers or textures, whatever fits your vibe, take a few close-up shots of those, and then we're gonna make those into elements when we're playing with our carousel. So once you've got at least a few photos and videos to choose from and a couple of elements, then you're ready. Let's move into editing. All right, so this is the Instagram carousel we'll be making today. I have a few more example pages here too, but don't worry. Once you learn how to build page 1, you'll be able to recreate the rest using the same steps and layout tricks. Okay, let's jump into Canva. All right, first, your carousel can be any size. You can stick with the classic Instagram post size, which is this 4x5. Or if you want to create a horizontal layout like I'm going to be doing today, you can choose custom size and then type in 1450 by 1080 pixels. Click create design. And quick note before we start, I am using Canva Pro, but you can follow along with the free version for most of this tutorial. Whenever we hit a pro only feature, I'll point it out and suggest a free option you can use instead. Now let's start building this slide. Okay, so first of all, if you have never used Canva before, let me just show you around. So these are the templates that Canva has. These are elements, so you can search for fun things like these. These are the stuff that I like to search for. And then there is text. You can add any type of text. And then this is my brand kit. Let's see, uploads, images, videos, audios, everything's here. And then tools, if you want to doodle, you can doodle and draw anything here. And then the rest we don't really need to talk about. All right, so first I want to show you how to create guides, because in case you really want to make sure that all your images are hitting the halfway point of this horizontal layout, then you can actually customize. You can add a guide right here to make sure that everything hits that halfway point. So I'll just click add guide, but sometimes I don't actually care if everything is like completely even or not. But that's just there for you to see that you could do that. Okay. So let's start with, first I had an image here and a video here. So I already have those uploaded. So let me find them. Okay, so here's an image of me and I'm just like looking at some plants, and I'm just gonna drag that and place that like here. All right, and then next let's grab that video. Let's see, it was Moose over here. I'm just gonna turn off that audio right here, and then I'm going to drag enlarged Moose. So now we have these two videos and photos meeting in the halfway point. Sometimes I like to zoom in and make sure there's no white gap right between. It kind of bothers me when there is, so I'll extend one of them over the line. Anyways, just FYI, if you're a perfectionist and all, you might want to do that. Okay, so now we have picture and video, and then I like to actually correct the colors. So let's go to edit here, and I like to warm up up my shots. I like to lighten the shadows. Maybe I'll reduce the contrast just a little bit. And I think that's pretty good. It's pretty bright in this photo, so I don't think I need to, this video is pretty bright, so I don't think I need to brighten that up anymore. Now let's go here and click edit again. And I'll also lighten the shadows. I'll warm it up. I want to match these two as best I can, I think it's pretty good. Okay, so that's good enough for me. Now for the fun part, let's add some elements floating over. So I like to add elements right in the middle between these two photos or videos, just to like make that line in the middle not so, I guess, like blind. I don't know. So it softens that edge a little bit by adding something. So I think I had a photo of a drawing that I did with cats. So let me just find that. Oh, here it is. Okay, here we are. So I have this photo and I want to just take this sketchbook page. So I can do two things. I can either click remove background, which will remove almost everything except for my hand. This is also a pro feature, by the way. So I'm going to show you the pro feature first, but I'll let you know how else you can do it without the pro. Or I can do magic grab, which I just did, and I'm just gonna grab this page. Okay, so if you don't have the pro version, you can try, if you have an iPhone, for example, you can actually remove background by just grabbing this page or something. Like you can grab your subject on your iPhone and remove it from the background, copy that and paste it into Canva. So that's possible. I'm not gonna show you how to do that, but you can find out on your own if you have an iPhone. If you don't have an iPhone, another way that I know you can do it, removing background, is if you have a Windows computer, for example, you can actually right click, and I'm pretty sure you can anyways. I've seen it before, I've done it before, but you can right click and you can remove background as well. So you can try those two options. Otherwise, I'm sure there are plenty of apps that can help you remove backgrounds to just bring it into Canva. So you don't need to pay for, the pro option. Here I have my sketchbook page and I'm just gonna slant that a little bit like that using this little rotate button here. Okay, more cute things. Let's see. I like having like my hand dangle. This is kind of creepy, but I'm sure I'll make it cuter. So remove background, rotate, and I'm gonna have my hand hanging off the top like this. And then I'm going to also edit the colors to make it brighter so that it matches the rest of the assets here. So let's see, let's warm that up just slightly. Okay, I think that's good. All right, and then let me add, I want to add a cookie here. So let me open this up. I'm going to do that again. Let's go to magic grab. You see this? Click magic grab. And I'm just gonna click this cookie, grab it, and delete the background. So I only have the cookie, and I'm gonna place it here. I'm also editing that color too. If all your images are, I guess, photographed under the same light, you can actually click copy style here and paste it. But because I took these photos all under different lightings and different settings, I'm gonna have to edit them individually. All right, great. So now I have a cookie, an arm. I'm just actually going to remove the guide really quickly because I feel like it's a little distracting. Okay, yeah, this is better so you can see. All right, so then let's see. Let's add, oh yes, I wanted to add this. So I took a picture of this cute sardines, felted, I think it was an ornament at a shop. I thought it was really cute. Remove that background. Let's see. And then I'm gonna move it over here. Actually, I kind of wanted to cover up that air conditioning vent. So that's one of the reasons why I'm adding this here. All right, so next, let's add text. So this is gonna be really fun. So I have some fonts that I've purchased on another website. So I've integrated them into Canva, but instead of using these fonts today, I'm going to use different fonts. So I believe these are free fonts that you could use. I'm gonna use one pro font and then another free font, so you can find this FF Providence Sands. All right, so this is gonna be, I'm just gonna type them all out. Crumbs, oops. Okay, so actually you saw that I just moved it by accident. You can actually lock it. So let's lock these elements. You see that lock button? Let's lock them so that I don't drag them around by accident. Okay, so I'm just gonna add the text everywhere first, and then we're gonna edit them later. So crumbs, and then from rem. I'll show you why I'm doing this in a second. Okay, so I'm actually going to separate this word in half, and I'll show you the reason why I'm doing it in a second. Okay, so it's hard to see, but let me turn them all white so that it's easier for you to see. So I selected them all. I'm clicking text color, click white. Okay, now they're white, yay. I'm just gonna enlarge them just a bit, but I'm going to edit them more. So let's add it here. Okay, a lot of you always ask me how I curve my text, so that's what I'm gonna show you right now. So, okay, I have this selected. Let's go to effects. All right, awesome. Now we're here, curve. So you can see, you can actually adjust the curve with this little lever, and now it's a little more rounded and nice. Okay, so put that there, and then for crumbs, I'm gonna do the same thing. But actually I'm going to use another font. This is a pro font, but you can find handwriting font right here. So you see that? You have so many options that are not pro. So try out one of those, or go to, I don't know, a free fonts website and find a free font to use. I love handwriting fonts. I think they're so cute. And let's do that. So we have crumbs from, and then for reminiscing, I'm actually going to go back to this style, and you can see that there's regular and bold, so I'm just gonna click bold. Okay, I'm gonna enlarge this just a bit. All right, and then I'm going to do the effects again, curve, and I'm going to actually make this wavy by curving this part in the opposite direction as this part of the word. You see why I split that in half? It's because now I've created a wave. Isn't that cute? So yeah, I get so many questions about how I create a wave in my text, and actually it's like super manual, so that's how I do it. And I'm gonna actually use yellow for this font. I feel like yellow is a super trending font color right now. So here you go, look at that. So it's almost done, it's really cute, but lastly, I love to add little elements to spice up this slide. So I think I'm gonna add this tape, which is cute. So you can actually just search up like washi tape. These are under my favorites. Let me show you how to search it up in a second. Okay, so I'm just resizing it, I'm adding it here, and then I'm just gonna also add a few stars. So the star is cute. You can also draw these in if you would like. I sometimes do draw in my elements myself, but when I'm lazy, I just look for them. Okay, and then white, and then maybe I'll do one more star. Let's do the star. All right, perfect. Okay, so this is cute. Okay, so for elements, I just wanted to show you quickly, you can look up like washi tape, for example, and you can actually just, you know, look for them here. So that's like the tapes that I like to use for my digital scrapbooking, these carousels. And so let me just click preview for you to see what it looks like. Oh, actually, I forgot about animation. Okay, so let me just go back here. Okay, so I forgot to show you how I like to use animation. So I actually like to use a very simple animation on my carousels, which is like wiggling my hand and like wiggling things on the slide. So I like to make it really gentle, so lowered intensity. Just do it here again. Okay, here. So do you see that? My hand is wiggling and the cookie is too. So let's click preview so you can see that. All right, so yeah. All right, so here's the finished carousel. I might go in and add a few more slides later, but I just wanted to show you how it's looking so far. And since you know how to build slide one, you can remix that same process and create all sorts of designs yourself. Honestly, the layout part is usually what takes me the longest. I kind of just experiment, add elements, delete things, swap out videos and photos, and I keep tweaking until it feels balanced. Think of it like digital scrapbooking. It's supposed to be fun, so don't overthink it. Just play around until the layout clicks. And last thing, let me show you how to export these slides. So you're gonna post them separately on Instagram, slide by slide, so it's a carousel, right? So you're gonna wanna download them separately as well. So click download, and here I would keep it as MP4 video if you wanna keep your animations and if you wanna keep any videos on the slides. I'm just gonna keep the quality the same. And then for pages, I can actually download them separately because I have the Pro version, but if you don't have the Pro version, all you have to do is download them one by one. So once you have them all downloaded as separate pages, then you're able to upload them onto Instagram as a carousel. So that's it. I hope you learned a lot and you had fun with this process. And if you try it, let me know. I'd love to hear what you think, or drop any questions in the comments below. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you later.